Hi everybody, welcome back to Andino Spanish School. My name is Rodrigo Perez and today we're going to talk about the progressive in Spanish. Sentences like I am speaking, you are learning. It's what we're going to learn today. Let's go. So, what is it and when to use the progressive in Spanish? The most important thing that you need to know about the progressive is that we're going to use it to talk about actions that are happening right now. Right at the moment, the actions need to be active. If not, we're not going to use the progressive, we might use something else. And this is the main difference between Spanish and English. I'll explain that in a second. The other thing that you need to know about the progressive in Spanish is that, like in English, you need the verb to be, specifically estar, before the verb in ing. For example, I am recording a video, yo estoy grabando un video. You are learning Spanish. Tú estás aprendiendo español. That verb to be is going to be estar. Always. Never, ever, ever ser. And learning, teaching, recording is going to be either ando or endo. So now we understand that the progressive can only be used in active actions. We can use it in the present, in the past, and in the future. What do I mean by that? I am working. Yo estoy trabajando. An example in the present. But maybe you're telling a story about the past. Something that you were doing and then something else happened. I was running when something happened. Yo estaba corriendo cuando something else. Or maybe you're talking in the future, less used, but it's possible. I will be working. Yo estaré trabajando. I hope you noticed that the ing version, the ando or endo version of the verb does not change, whether it's for me, whether it's for the first person, second person, third person, or whatever it is. That ing version does not change. So you can use it in present, in past, in the future, and the last scenario is that you can use it to talk about ongoing situations in your life. For example, I am not sleeping well lately. No estoy durmiendo bien últimamente. This is the fourth case where we can use the progressive in Spanish. What are the big differences between the progressive in English versus the progressive in Spanish? In English, you can use it to talk about the future. For example, what are you doing later? We're not going to use the progressive to ask this question. We would use the future. What are you going to do later? ¿Qué vas a hacer más tarde? Not the progressive. And the second difference is that in English, it's common to use the ing version of a verb to talk about the concept, the thing. I want to buy running shoes. Running is not an active verb. Therefore, we cannot use the progressive in Spanish because you are not running, the shoes are not running, it doesn't work. We would use something, probably the present or more likely the infinitive version of a verb. Now we move on to how to build a sentence using the progressive in Spanish. Affirmative, negative, and questions we're going to see today. Like in English, I am working, you are learning, you need the verb to be in there. That verb has to always, always, always be estar. As you guys know, estar is one of the two to be's that means temporary. And if you think about it, every action is temporary. Whatever you're doing right now is temporary. I am working, the verb to work is temporary. The second I stop working, I can no longer use that sentence. I will be doing something else. So, in the present tense, I am working. What are you eating? Is she talking to her mom? All of this we can say. So first step, define the subject. Second step, choose the right version of estar. And third, build the gerund, meaning the ing version of a verb. But how do you build the ing version of a verb? It's very simple. There's only two rules. One rule for AR verbs and another rule for ER and IR verbs. If you have an AR verb like trabajar or nadar, you're going to take the AR away and you're going to put ando. That's it. And if you have an ER or an IR verb, you're going to take whatever the case is, for example, correr or salir, and you're going to put an yendo in there. So the verb is no longer to work, is working. The verb is no longer to run, is running. Now, all you have to do is put these things together. So let's do it. I am living in Oregon. Yo estoy viviendo en Oregon. You are working. Tú estás trabajando. She is swimming. Ella está nadando. We are eating. Nosotros estamos comiendo. And the last one, they are watching TV. Ellos están viendo televisión. This is how you do it in the present tense. But what if you have a reflexive verb? There are two options. Option number one, put the reflexive pronoun before the verb estar. If the structure goes estar and a verb in ing, you're gonna put the reflexive pronoun before estar. For example, I am showering. Me estoy bañando. Option number two, you put the reflexive pronoun at the end and you attach it to the ing version. For example, I am showering. Yo estoy bañándome. This is how you deal with reflexive verbs using the progressive. Understand both, but choose one and just go with it. And as usual, there are going to be exceptions when we are creating the ing version of a verb. Some of those exceptions are the verb to go, ir, which turns into yendo. To read, leer, which turns into leyendo. And to say, decir, which turns into diciendo. There's a list of exceptions that don't follow the rule when converting them into ing versions. That list, you can find it on the link and you can download the PDF for free. So let's wrap this up. First of all, we only use the progressive with active verbs. The verb needs to be happening at that moment. Second, the structure is estar and the ing stays the same always. And third, when dealing with reflexive verbs, you can either add the reflexive pronoun before or attach it at the end. And that's it for today. I hope this video helps you guys to keep on growing on your Spanish and improving every day. If there are specific topics that you want me to cover in upcoming videos, please let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, please leave a comment, like this video, and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on the upcoming videos. That's it for today, guys. Remember to visit AndinoSpanishSchool.com to find free printables that are going to explain to you what, when, and how to use the different tenses. And if you want to improve faster and take your Spanish to the next level, go to our website and book a lesson now. And I'll see you on the next video. Nos vemos. Ciao.